All right, Lane Kiffin met the media today to get ready for his big game against the Auburn Tigers this weekend. Hi, I'm Stephen Willis. This is the Locked On Ole Miss podcast.
You are Locked On Ole Miss, your daily podcast on the Ole Miss Rebels, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
All right, welcome to this extra edition of the Locked On Ole Miss podcast. I'm your host, Stephen Willis. Thank you very much for tuning in today. Today was Lane Kiffin's day to meet the media. He stood out in front of them and told them everything we need to know. Everything from he wanted a full game from his team to he wants the fans to replicate what they did against Kentucky. All in between, they took care of that. Jordan Watkins talked about the development of Jackson Dart and how this offense is going to get better. It's getting better, and it has over 6 games. It's going to get even better, and Vandy might have been a little bit of a turning point. That was real interested in hearing Jordan Watkins. He also knew he had a touchdown the moment he caught the ball on his little pass over the middle. That was pretty cool. And Ladarius Tennison said that he is a smarter player now than he was at Auburn. He does different things. The coaches broke things down, and they talked a little bit about defense, which made him a little bit of a better player. I thought that was pretty interesting. But overall, it was a decent little meet the media session, presser section, whatever you want to call it. They got some stuff accomplished. We're going to hear from Lane Kiffin, Jordan Watkins, and Ladarius Tennison right after this. But right now, I want to let you know, the numbers don't lie. In the last decade, over 4 million people have chosen SimpliSafe home security to protect their home. You don't earn the trust of that many people without doing something right. At SimpliSafe, your safety is the only thing that matters. I know because I use SimpliSafe in my home. They protect you with cutting-edge security technology powered by 24/7 professional monitoring agents who always have your back. Here's why I love it. I had brain surgery in 2019, so I'm a little bit more forgetful than I used to be. So whenever I come into the house, sometimes I forget to cut off the alarm and it goes off. Well, they call in, I give them the password, and they're like, "Yes, Mr. Willis, I'm sorry." And I let them know, "Hey, that's my bad. But thank you very much for calling every single time I screw this up." And they do call every single time I screw it up. Now, if they do that for me, the peace of mind that should provide for intruders coming into your home should be top notch. SimpliSafe does a fantastic job. So this is what you do. Customize your own perfect system for your home in just a few minutes at simplisafe.com/lockedoncollege. Save 20% on your SimpliSafe security system when you sign up for an interactive monitoring plan or get your first month free. So visit simplisafe.com/lockedoncollege to learn more. There's no safe like SimpliSafe. Also, this line below, you can see it down below. And every line on this show is brought to you courtesy of BetOnline. BetOnline.net is your number one source for all of your football betting info this season. Find all of your latest player developments, team matchups, news, podcasts, past, and in-depth analysis on every game you can find. And as always, BetOnline remains your continued source for all of your sport wagering information and live betting with up-to-the-minute scores of every sport out there. It's the fastest and easiest way to check in on all your favorite games and events, including MLB, MMA, boxing, golf, and MLS. Head to betonline.net or use your mobile device to learn more. It's BetOnline. It's where the game starts. So today, like I said, we had Lane Kiffin, Jordan Watkins, and Ladarius Tennison. They had a lot to say. Let's get right to it. Here we go, the Monday press conference.
So recap of the game. Very glad we got a road win. Glad the way that, for the most part, that we finished the game. Whatever, I can't remember now, 40, I said after the game, 48-8 or whatever it ended up being, 40-something to 8, the last 31 minutes of the game. So that's really good playing on the road. But not very pleased how we started. We didn't tackle very well at all for the most part. So a lot of work to do. We didn't punt, which is a goal of ours. And that part was good, but at the same time, we have 3 series that we get no points out of by throwing them the ball twice and missing a throw on the 4th down conversion. So a lot of work to do. Congratulations to Mingo, with the receiving record, and I think that's really cool for a guy that's been here a long time, never complains about catches, playing time. So, it's awesome to use those stories with the team this morning, for guys to understand, there's something to just working really hard and doing all the little things like you did to spring another touchdown run by blocking a linebacker. And so glad for him. But a huge game coming up, a team that has beat us twice and has really good players and has played really good at times. And so we're going to need to improve. We're going to need our fans to come with a lot of energy. And, I think it was, when you watch football around the country, you see how fans matter. You watch the false starts at the end of the Alabama game, and the inability for people to hear a cadence when they're, trying to use verbal cadence. So we saw the effect of it in the Kentucky game, by our crowd. So we need that again.
Not really. I think, Mingo's such a hard worker. Coach mentioned it today that, it's somebody who just comes to work every day and, kind of just puts in the work. And, it's finally good for it to come out and, just be brought to light a little bit.
It was pretty much before we even started the season. We got 3 studs, safeties, so this allows us not to pretty much fight over who goes in, so it's pretty much fairness to who go in.
It is what it is. Whatever the schedule is, don't worry about it. And you never know. Sometimes you wish it was at a certain time, and then it comes later, and you don't know, that you actually like it better then. So everybody has issues this time of year. We have ours, and it seems like a lot of them. So we'll do our best and move people around like we have and figure it out.
The moment I caught it, probably. I seen to the right a little bit, like a flash of somebody, and it was the ref, and I kind of hesitated. And then I looked up, I seen Mingo to the left, and I'm like, yeah, this is probably a touchdown. And I just took off.
I talked to a few guys, but not too much guys I talked to because, a lot of guys I was close to had left. So I talked to a few guys from Auburn.
I just think they got really good players and, have given us problems. We haven't done really well offensively, in either game. So, we got to worry about what we control, which is playing really well. And play a full game. Now we've showed we can do it backwards. Normally we were this first half team and don't play great 4th quarters, and we did the opposite this week. So the challenge is now to put it all together.
Yeah, definitely. We have so many playmakers, on the roster, and we have anybody who can make plays, and you just kind of wait your turn a little bit. With Mingo and Malik and Flash, just playmakers, and football's a tough game. There's going to be injuries, and it sucks to say, but you kind of just have to wait it out a little bit. It's a long season, so that's pretty much what I was thinking a little bit the first couple games.
I was pretty close, but, just having different coaches changes 2 years in a row, so I just felt like it was an opportunity for me to leave, just change up my game.
I didn't do very good. I got fired after 5 games, so I'm probably not the one to ask how to do that. I was 3-2, so I'm probably not the right one to ask that.
Oh yeah, for sure. You want to be confident regardless, especially playing football. If you kind of go out there with uncertainty a little bit, you're not going to play as fast, you're not going to play as physical. So I kind of always like to be confident, but having a game like I did on Saturday, it's definitely a confidence booster for me. Just going out there and playing even more fast and playing more physical.
Yeah, I got smarter, just being able to learn a lot of things from this type of defense, from the coaches, so I feel like I changed a little bit.
Every game's different, and, it's why you predict this is going to happen, predict that, like, you don't know. And they coach too, they play too, and, people know what you do and they go take it away. Otherwise, it'd be easy every week. So, once you start running and putting up 300-yard games and stuff, people start doing different stuff to you, and that opens up different things. And so, to me, they were playing a lot of run stunts and the heavy run game in the front. So you saw when we passed, he had a lot of time to throw. So that's just how it always works. And it's why you always want balance. So when they do take one away, you can do the other.
Oh, yeah, I think Jackson's coming along really well. There's still some things that we have to clean up, just not from him, but offensively, kind of just to help him out a little bit. And, going through his reads and the receivers being in the right spot, it's more of a trust thing. And I think that, he's starting to trust us a little bit more, and we're starting to trust him a little bit more as, he kind of just – he gives us a chance. He likes to be, he's a risk taker. He's going to let you go up 50-50. Either you come down with it or nobody comes down with it. So, he's progressed a lot. And, I think halfway through the season now, he's going to get even better. And we're going to be super dangerous, way dangerous than we are now.
Energy, coming off fast, everybody started off slow and stuff like that. So we just had to be more physical, tackling-wise, and just be more prepared and ready.
I just really like him as a kid, and he's an awesome leader by example. Never says anything, but just works and never complains, and has been through adversity. And I just remember the passion he had when the guy came out and tried to practice for Alabama when there was no way he was going to be able to go, and still tried, and the tears in his eyes. And it's just special to kids. Every kid, it's fine. If you take a team meeting at every school and you say who loves football, they'll all raise their hand. Well, that's not true. When you really love football, like, you practice and prepare like this guy does. So it's just awesome to have around.